All right, you guys know, that I'm all about trying to see concepts from the quarterback perspective. And I know there's all kinds of coaching points that go into different things and why we do different things. But to me, it's always important when you run a play to understand things through the quarterback's perspective while also tying it to what you're trying to do. Okay? So this is what I'm going to call an unwarranted chip on a particular play. Okay? So we're going to see two plays which are very similar type plays. So Washington is going to run basically a version of what I call pinch. Okay? So pinch to me is an influence post. Okay? So these guys are running influence post. They're trying to influence any safety on the left side of the field. And then they've got an in on the outside. So it's an influence and an in is what pinch means to me. And so I have to assume on this play that the primary read or the primary throw we want is the big in right here. Now, other things can dictate the ball going to other guys, can go to the influence and all that stuff. But usually when you're calling this play, the design of this play is to try to clear it out and get that big in. Okay? So when we're trying to get that big in throw, obviously we're trying to throw it a couple yards inside the numbers here. So right there in between the numbers and the hash, more towards the numbers than the hash. So in throwing that, what we have to do is we've got to influence or put the defender in that box in conflict. Okay, so what Washington's going to do here is they're going to bring a shallow route over here. Love the concept. Influence, clear out the safeties, clear out the whole area, and give me a high-low off of that box defender with the in and the shallow. Okay, but the one caveat here is they're going to ask this receiver, I'm not sure who this is down here, but they're going to ask him to chip first. Okay, they're going to ask him to chip and give help with the protection because they're trying to hold the football and throw it down the field. I understand why we chip. I understand the importance of chips at times to help our protection in third and longer situations. But what I don't understand is when you chip a guy that is essential to the concept. It does me no good to try and throw this in route without putting anything underneath him to influence that defender in the area. So yes, we're trying to get this shallow route over there. But if this shallow route doesn't get there in time, it does me no good as a quarterback. I can't influence that defender until my receiver gets to him, gets between the numbers in the hash. Okay, so let's watch how this plays out. Okay, so we're going to chip down here on the snap. You're going to see, watch the receiver on the bottom. We'll snap it, and we're going to chip right there. Okay, so we're going to chip and kind of help and knock him inside. Great. Helps the tackle. We're not leaving as much space there. Great. But slows down the receiver. Okay, so, actually, it was this defender that's in the hook area. Okay, but what did I say already? Is that we've got to be throwing this ball, if we're Jaden Daniels, we got to be throwing this ball right now. Okay, because we got to be hitting this right here. We can't hit it on the backside or whatever. So we're reading this defender right here. Okay, so that defender obviously is going to stay in a position to cover the in because there's nothing threatening him. There's nothing down here to pull him down and give us the in route. Okay, so Jaden Daniels is ready to throw because he's into one hitch right there. That's when he would be throwing the in. He can't because the defender is back there on the 40-yard line. So he has to throw the shallow. And then what happens with the shallow? I know the ball's behind him, but even with the shallow, this guy comes up and makes the shallow play too. He's going to tackle that and take away the in route. He's going to do both of those things because we chipped. Let's forget the chip and let's say this guy is right there and he's past this guy. What happens now? Okay, either this guy has to come down and cover him, which opens up the in and gives us the timing we want, or we throw it to the shallow route, moving across the field, and this guy can't get involved in the tackle, and we hit him, and look, so if he's over here and we hit him with the shallow, what now? You guys tell me. Does this guy come off and make the tackle? I don't think so. We hit him on the run. He runs out the backside. But we've hurt this play in every way because we chipped on the backside when it's unwarranted. When you need a player within the concept, when they're vital to the concept, you can't chip. Or it just puts your quarterback in a bind because he's got no timing to the end, has to come to the shallow. He's got no timing to the shallow. The shallow doesn't win and have the influence that he wants, and it's just setting us up for failure, in my opinion. Now, don't think this is something that only one team does. And that's where, right, I see these one-offs where I like to make these videos because I like to teach and let them know, hey, from a quarterback perspective, this is what I need. But there's a lot of things that you've seen on my videos that they're all across the league. And I want to know why. What's the thought process? What are we trying to do? How are we helping our quarterback? So you're going to watch Denver run basically the same concept. You're going to watch Denver chip the backside tight end. So we're going to have everything going pretty much the same way here. Okay? Now, okay, we're throwing this in off of this defender right here. Have we influenced that defender? Does it do anything for the quarterback? Does the quarterback even have a chance to throw the in? He's never going to have a chance to throw the in, right? Especially in 3rd and long because these guys are going to drop back. The only chance he's got is if you influence him, right? That's the only way we have a shot. So to me, this is a dead play for us. The primary guy on this play is dead for us unless we're just expecting the defense to be a bunch of idiots and stay at 5 yards and not be influenced by anybody and then just jump up and leave the big in open. No, they're not. They're smart on that side of the ball too. So here comes the shallow, and the shallow still, quarterback's getting tackled here, and the shallow is still not to the point where he gets leverage on this defender and gives us any kind of a read. And again, or gets past that defender. So worst case scenario, if we hit the shallow, we're leaving a guy go one-on-one with just one defender on the outside with a chance to pick this up. All because we're chipping on the backside, right? You see it there, chip, slows him down, takes him forever. Quarterback has no chance to hit the primary route on this play or to even get a read on this play, and we're putting them in harm's way and we're not giving them a chance, in my opinion, because of something that just doesn't make sense. Chip all you want if that's not the case. If you're going to just run an influence here and then you're going to run a hook right here and then the big in, chip all you want back here. I don't need him to the front side. He isn't vital to this concept because I can high-low these two defenders here and still be good. But when he is vital to the concept you're asking your quarterback to read, this is the kind of stuff that, in my opinion, you just can't do because you're just telling your quarterback you're going to have to hold it. You're going to have to hold it, and you're going to have to throw it around a bunch of bodies if you're making the in throw, or you're going to have to hold it and throw the shallow and put him in harm's way because he's never going to get leverage and influence on the backer. And these are the kind of things that we see happen on these last two plays.